My first day on the job, art director, advertising, Los Angeles, 1981. We had a big client, a major aerospace company, and I was sent out to their doohickey thingabob division to get final approval on a full-page Wall Street Journal ad. A milestone piece, black and white, very serious. They were congratulating themselves. Big achievement, big future, standard stuff. Get in, cut and paste, get out. SOP, no biggie, less than 300 monkeys required. I was driving a mid-size Hertz. I couldn't afford a real car. A year ago I was packing boxes. Now I'm in a Hertz. I know, pretty nice, right? I just landed this job a week ago. And when they asked me my salary, I gave them a number based on my father's starting salary in 1952. So, that tells you where my head was at. I arrive at this big doohickey and thingabob facility out in the valley, nondescript office building in front of a massive assembly plant and scaffolding cranes, cooling towers, real hardware, real stakes. Inside I meet the vice president, late 50s, maybe early 60s. Hard to say, high mileage for sure. White shirt, black tie, the kind that hadn't changed style in 20 years, and wouldn't for another 20. He was lean, in an undernourished sort of way. Worn down, worn way down low. Something had been slowly removed from him, until there wasn't much left to take. Year in and year out, the campaign to remove the facets of his youth was nearing a successful conclusion. Just a few more days. Long before I ever darkened that conference room, he had spiritually checked out. There was no calm about him, just blinking fluorescent nerves, twitchy, like Mr. Limpet, a kind of constant low-grade panic that had settled in long ago and never left, the kind you get when you've spent 20 years explaining things to someone who never quite listens. Vice President of Public Relations, a pretty big title, not much power, not here, not in his handshake, limp, quick and damp, eyes flicking, never settling, never focusing, always checking, measuring, anticipating, and then you could almost hear it. Now hold on. This can't be the guy. They sent a kid? This kind of work is delicate, precise. It requires what? Experience? Judgment? Is he going to protect me or hang me out to dry? Because someone will. My pension. My dear pension. My friggin' pension. We go into a conference room. He flips open the mechanical, the ad layout, and immediately points at the logo, right at the bottom, dead center. He taps it hard, like it's the problem. Is it big enough? We had already adjusted the logo twice before I even got there. Each time, bigger, to the point where, to me, it was already pushing beyond grotesque. But I tell him, yes, it's fine. He doesn't hear it. Is it big enough? Again and again. The designer's creed is simple. The logo can never be small enough. The client's instinct. It can never be too big. I try to redirect. I glance out the window. This enormous facility. These faster than the speed of sound, gravity-defying doohickey and thingabobs. And we're in here, discussing, deliberating, haranguing over a logo. When I turn back, he's standing on a chair, looking down at the layout, squinting hard, trying to see it the way someone else might see it, as if that someone were looking over his shoulder. At 30,000 feet, the chair wobbles, he teeters, he adjusts carefully like he's done this before, and I'm thinking, this is what it's come to. He keeps looking, keeps measuring, keeps trying to get it right. Is it big enough? He mutters repeatedly to himself like a mantra, and that's when it hit me. This wasn't about the logo. This was about fear, accumulated, layered, institutional, a career spent answering to people who never had to explain themselves. Now, one last decision, one last exposure, his last day, my first. I realized, standing there, that this negotiation with fear was going to be part of the job, not the concept, not the design, not the craft, but talking people off the ledge of their own insecurity, or failing to. The meeting didn't so much end, it just fizzled out. He eventually tuckered himself out, like a post-tantrum baby, everything somehow approved. He had a car outside, a red Mustang, mid-60s. Still believing it said something about him, I got back into my rental, my Hertz, got on the 101 back to LA, first day behind me, and the ad went to print, without any further revisions.